Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss 12 top growing industries that's in the US, and maybe it could give you some ideas of what type of businesses or business that you want to start for yourself. If you like these type of videos, you want to subscribe to my channel. My name is Chawanne Burns, and I help other entrepreneurs or future entrepreneurs like yourself start and grow their business. Okay, so we're talking about 12 top growing industries. These type of industries, you have a great outlook in the next 5 years. So information technology, we know that is a growing field with Bitcoin. Everything is going on the web. You can't even buy clothes, order food without going on the internet. So everything is about the web. So information technology is IT industry test, assess, and maintain networks of internet systems. And when I think about internet systems, I know for a fact cybersecurity is one of those top growing industries. So if you have that type of field or that type of knowledge, there's something to be had with that, because a lot of businesses are needing people to secure their data. Okay, and it says Bureau of Labor Statistics, occupation and businesses like these are expected to grow by 12% over the next decade, due to the need of support services as individuals and organizations replace and update their computer software. So information and technology, and I know for a fact cybersecurity is one of the main fields under information technology. Put in the comment section of what business you are planning to start. This next industry has expected growth rate of 11%, and it is construction. A lot of the stuff that we're using now is like, especially the roads and stuff, is like they're starting to change things, because I don't know if you remember that event in Miami where that apartment building collapsed. So construction industry is responsible for clearing up landscaping and construction, building safely. And it's a fast growing field like civil engineering. It involves land development, improving space, urban development, and it has an expected growth rate of 11% of the next section of beverages, facilities that manufacture soft drinks, distilleries, microbreweries and wineries and things of that nature. That is a booming industry, and it's saying it should be increasing over the 5% over the next 10 years. That is another industry that you could get into. Personal services. Now, if you're talking about personal services, I know people will walk your dog for you, people will shop for you, personal trainers, babysitters, childcare. Those are services that are needed. In the next 10 years, the expected growth rate is a whopping 17%. So I'm telling you, that is an opportunity that a lot of people will miss. Food delivery, childcare, beauty treatments, and all that necessary stuff. But personal services is a booming industry, and it's saying to increase by 17%. Okay, direct retail. They're saying direct retail industry is responsible for sale and delivering of manufacturing products, specific products including newspapers, gasoline, food and bottling, and transportation becomes more efficiently. More people are ordering products to be delivered directly to their homes. I wouldn't call this direct retail. I would just call it if you're thinking about maybe drop shipping, but I wouldn't even call this direct delivery. I would call this more into the transportation. And a lot of those, like even Amazon, you could be like have your own transportation company and have a contract with Amazon. And actually Amazon has a franchise. Those big Amazon trucks that you see, those are franchised. Amazon don't really own them. It's a franchise out to a company, and company actually contracts with them and give them a route on delivering their Amazon products. So anyway, direct retail, and I guess delivering gasoline, food, and bottling water and all that good stuff directly to people's homes. Okay, so they're saying it's expected to increase by 2%. I don't know if you want to lump that into transportation, but there's something to think about in that field. Finishing contractor. Finishing contractor involves specialty construction trades, including installing drywall, painting, flooring. As the housing and construction industry grows, the need for skilled tradespeople will also increase. The demands for finishing professionals will remain high, and people and companies can't afford to build houses. For carpenters, the growth rate is expected to increase by 8%, the need, and painters is 6%. I could tell you, since I'm in like that area or that space, I could tell you if you're a skilled carpenter, especially with crown molding, and you know how to cut crown molding and do wainscoting and all that good stuff, like high-end type stuff, I know that's a pretty good skill to have, even if you could build custom bookshelves. Especially out here where I'm at, that's all they talk about. Is like they don't have enough people to finish their job. So finishing contractors, that's something that you might want to think about getting into. And especially there's tons of people moving, flipping homes, or even renting. People buying homes and they need people to go in, fix the place up, and so they could rent it or sell it, what have you. But that industry is booming. Real estate, they got on here real estate. I don't know if I agree with the real estate, but it says real estate industry is buying and selling residential buildings. Okay, maybe I do agree with this. Residential buildings, the price of housing has increased. So if you want to get into real estate professionals, agents, and brokers, it says it's expected to increase by 7%. And if you are thinking about becoming a real estate developer or something like that, those are things that you might want to think about getting into. Okay, so trucking. I know this is a booming field. Trucking. I don't know over the holidays if you guys noticed over Black Friday where if you went into Target, how they didn't have a lot of shelves filled. That's because some of the stuff is sitting out at the dock and they don't have enough trucks or manpower to bring the stuff in to stock the shelves. So trucking industry is responsible for transportation of goods across the country. They move specialty freight, livestock, automobiles, chemicals, what have you. And they have a special expected growth rate of 5%. I think it's more than that. I think this is kind of an understatement, because like if you haven't noticed, some of the stuff that's out there, or even the food, if you talk to the grocer, they're saying they're having a hard time getting their stuff from the dock to the actual grocery store. Okay, everybody's short of staff, right? Another booming field is architecture engineering. Involves drafting, surveying, and building inspections and similar services. The growing success of this industry is closely tied to the increase in the construction of housing and other buildings. So the demands for architecture and construction engineer, it goes hand in hand, and its expected growth rate is to increase by 8% over the next 10 years. I could tell you, you can't do something or make major changes to a building without getting the architecture, engineering, drawing to sign up. All for it, and it has to be professional. They have to have a PE license if you get in that realm. So architecture, engineering, I know that would be a booming field. And if you're into real estate and you have developed properties, you know, you need an architecture to sign off on your drawings and all that good stuff if you're making major changes. Healthcare industry. Healthcare industry is, we know there's a lot of people that were in the healthcare industry. They either lost their job or walked off their job or whatever. But the healthcare industry is booming. Doctors, 7% rate increase. And nurses they have expected need of a 12% growth rate. So we know dental, pharmaceutical, all that good stuff, even in the mental health field, emergency services, those things of that nature. So doctor, if you, and if I was thinking about a business, a medical office, you know, something like that. Anyway, so the healthcare field is a booming industry, and if you can become a traveling nurse, that I don't know if you have or a traveling doctor doing house calls. That's another thing that people might not or may have done or might not tapped into, but a traveling doctor or a traveling nurse, and you can expect to get paid a pretty hefty amount if you're doing those type of services. Financial services, they're talking about accounting, bookkeeping. Hey, if you're starting all these businesses, of course, accounting services is going to increase. It's expected the growth rate of 6%. Transportation, they have transportation on here. Trucking and transportation. We already said transportation, but it's suspected growth rate of 6%. And it includes transportation of transporting passengers, like ships, airplanes, cars, buses, trains, and what have you. There's another industry that I know that there is an expected growth rate, and I guess you want to look into transportation. One thing that comes to mind is EV technology. The electronic vehicle. We know that U.S. is way behind, and China they are way faster than us in developing that technology. So if you know something about that, you might want to look into getting into that type of industry, electronic or electrical vehicle. I know the government is giving out money for that particular industry and transportation. Put in a comment whether or not you're looking to start a business and what are you interested in. That was the end of our video, and I am sending all my good to you. I will talk to you soon.